Alright, guys. Episode 4 of My Hero Academia Vigilantes has just dropped, and this episode we were eating good. Let me tell you guys, I am a big fan of the Queen Bee character. She, probably the best color scheme in the whole show so far. Like, I get, green and orange or whatever. But the black and yellow, I have to say, like the bee aesthetic, it really goes well. I like it. Can't tell if you tell. I like those colors. But she seems to be working for someone, and later in the episode we figure out who. She ends up creating this because they're just not happy with the weak sauce she gave us earlier with the horde of bees. That wasn't good enough. So now she created this guy, and this guy, he's pretty tough. He actually gives creepy old Grandpa Fist a run for his money with his strength. Fortunately, creepy old Grandpa Fist, he knows exactly how to deal with these kind of people who are just throwing right hooks. Super easy to deal with in a fight. I'm telling you, as someone who has like a minor history of knowing how to fight, it's not actually that easy, but you can figure them out pretty quickly. If you're skilled enough, you can take him down. So that's exactly what old man Grandpa Fist has done. He hits the pose. He hits the pose. Everyone who watches My Hero knows this pose. This is the All Might pose before All Might. So this is before the events of My Hero Academia have transpired. This man was the inspiration for All Might. Ironically, as he is the guy who is like least like All Might of all time. He never smiles, and he's just in it for the fighting. He goes around punching people just to make sure they're not villains. This guy is the least like All Might ever, and here he is hitting the All Might pose. Let's go. We love to see it. This episode felt like it was all legitimate fan service, let me tell you. Seeing the characters from My Hero Academia in My Hero Vigilantes is probably my new favorite thing in all of anime, because just watching this guy get pummeled, I felt so bad for him. He was like, learn your own way to fight, and this guy is all like, how do I learn how to fight when my hands are blocked and I need at least one of them to move? How am I supposed to fight? So, anyway, this guy, this woman, Queen Bee here, gets this call, and we may hear a familiar voice on the other end of this line. We all know who the voice is. It's All For One. So she is employed by All For One. She's sitting here with the big boss, the villain of villains, literally just, hey, can you prove yourself to me? All you have to do is give this super effective drug to some random guy. Then you'll prove yourself to me. That's all you gotta do. I have no idea if she's actually, like, wanting to do this, but judging by her, eccentric hobbies, which include seeing the wild side of some random guy, I'm assuming she's not being forced to do it necessarily. She's more of a kind of go with the flow kind of girl. So, yeah, that's her. She's very interesting, not going to lie, but unfortunately she's morally decrepit in every way. I draw the line! Not at drugs, not at villainy, not at serving one for all, but, taking men to bed. That's where I draw the line. Stop doing that. Ironic, of course. I'm being ironic, but man, it really just shows off how bad the society in this area can be. And then we get Ingenium! Ingenium, who literally died in, the second season of My Hero Academia. I was so upset. Now we get to see him. He's actually real. He's a real guy. He has engines on his elbows, on his forearms, instead of his, legs. That's so cool. It's different. I was kind of expecting him to, break out a different move during this fight, but he didn't. So, Unfortunately for us, we don't get to see him doing weird tricks that end up not working. But he ends up seeing our little crawler guy. So Cruller, whatever we want to call him. He was out on a little run and he was testing out his quirk, and this guy was all like, "Hey, I see you using your quirk." And instead of punishing him, he's all like, "I'll offer you a job. Once you're out of college, you can come work for my agency and be a hero." And this guy's like, "What?" He's so happy that he got this card and is like, "Oh my gosh, I could actually become an official hero. Not some punchy grandpa. I could be something real here." Oh, I was so happy for him. Honestly, I would totally have supported the series going in that direction. Unfortunately, he shows up in Ingenium entire squad, and he's all like, "Oh, well, Ingenium actually has nothing else to teach you, so here you go. Here's you showing off to an Ingenium." And he's all like, "Actually, no, I don't need your help because I just know how to do stuff better than you, Ingenium." And then we get the whole scene where they introduce their team officially to a hero. And oh my gosh, as a fan of this little squad, that's so cool. I'm so glad that they get to do that. Pop Step, hurry up and just be okay with being in the team. You're in the team, Pop Step. I'm sorry, you're the bait. Every time you're the bait. You were the bait for the eel. You were the bait for the multi-handed Cyclops giant thing. You were the bait for the spiky guy. You were the bait for the weird flying lizard thing, which, by the way, this is the second flying animal with spikes that we've seen. The first was the reptile guy, and now we have the bat. So that's a common trait so far in the villains, as well as giant things with multiple arms, because we had that with the animal collector, the toy collector, and there was another giant guy, I think. But very common tropes. We're not getting super specific and weird powers. I mean, realistically, the authors are gonna run out of weird powers eventually, so it's okay. But it's interesting that we're seeing so many similar ones already. And then he's like, "Give me the card back." I couldn't possibly take you away from this area where you're doing better than we are. You have this place, and it's obviously you're doing good here. I wouldn't take you away from this. And he's like, "No! My future, where I was gonna make money! No!" Oh my gosh, I was actually laughing at this part. The comedy is literally peak. I've never seen a character who is so good-willed make someone so upset. Oh man. This is a top-tier betrayal of my expectations. I mean, I kind of expected it, I'm not gonna lie, but this was an entirely different level of modesty from Ingenium. Ingenium is such a good guy. Truly. I'm so happy that Ingenium is the guy who found him. Not only because his power is similar and he helped him figure out how to stop. I was literally saying this the entire time I was watching the first 3 episodes. Like, just go the opposite direction. It's not that hard. That's how you stop. That's how you do it. And he's all like, no, I can't figure that out for myself. I have this power and I can't figure it out. It's like, dude, you've had this power. Presumably since you were probably like 5. You haven't figured out how to stop yet? Figure it out. But anyway, Ingenium tells him. And then he figures it out. So that's cool. And that's pretty much the end of the episode. Where it's like, give me the card back. Oh, I love it. Of course, we know that Pop Step and Crawler and Old Punchy Grandpa are all going to be facing another villain pretty soon, and I am super ready to see it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want more of this kind of content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed day. And while you're here, go ahead and check out this video to see what you might have missed.